My argument is there are all of the rappers who are bigger than streamers are from previous to the streaming era. So you can't compare them. Okay. So name a rapper from 2021 that is bigger than streamers right now. Like 2021 and on. There are no rappers bigger than them.
Can I preface my argument?
Sure.
All right. I think we haven't had a big rock star like Travis Scott or like Playboi Carti in a while, and I think like the last semblance of an artist is Yeet, and I think that's why you're saying this so confidently, because you don't have someone to pin fame on. But I think you have 4 or 5 streamers that are really popping, right? And I think that's misguided your view of kind of where everybody's eyes are.
Okay, let me also explain this.
Just
rap is dying. What?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, streaming is going up. So if we go back to my main point originally, that was streamers, it wasn't supposed to be like an all-encompassing statement, but streamers are the new rappers. What I meant was, and it's a pretty base take, like everyone kind of agrees with this. It's not even like hot at all. Like streamers are the new characters online. There are whole
online. This is an online conversation, bro.
This is what we're talking about, though. We're talking about online. The online is like synonymous with the real world now.
Nobody's not gonna know a fucking Kai Cenat.
People know who Kai Cenat and Speed are. Yes, they do.
Okay, but maybe people in our generation, but
that's what we're talking about. We're talking about new streamers are the new rappers
worldwide. You're talking about global worldwide audience reach. Do you think Blackboy Max or fucking Skepta has a bigger reach?
Yo, you hear me?
Skepta is from the 2010s era, which is exactly what I was saying before.
Who has a bigger reach? Who do you think has a bigger audience reach?
If Skepta makes a YouTube video right now, it will not get as many views as Blackboy Max is getting.
That I'd have to disagree. That's not, but that doesn't make fame though. What? You're
Blackboy Max is pretty
monthly
famous.
Listeners, bro. You can't use monthly listeners.
What?
Like what? You're trying to judge like fame by like quick views on videos or like Spotify.
I bet you if Blackboy Max goes into a mall, he is going to get stormed way more than Skepta.
Okay, yeah. No, I don't think it's that easy to
100%. 100%.
It's not that easy.
100%.
It's not that easy. It's not that. I don't think it's that easy.
But okay, Skepta is not even a good example, even though I just told you that it doesn't apply. It doesn't apply because he's from previous to 2021.
I know. But still, I'm trying to use someone relative in the scene right now that's kind of popping. Like, I know he's been popping for a while, but still, like, it's not about, like in a year, bro, Blackboy Max will not be where he is right now. He'll either be where Kai Cenat is or he'll be a nobody. These are just facts. You can't say that about fucking Yeet, though, can you?
Yeet literally pays me for promo. Blackboy Max is big organically.
Okay, but bro, I don't think. You got you're a little biased because like you work with labels behind the scenes.
Right, so I know how big they are actually, as opposed to the streamers. I'm not biased. Okay. I just have the data.
If I walked across the street just randomly, and I asked people if if they knew who Yeet was, they'd probably tell me they knew who Yeet was before Kai, right?
They know of a Yeet song, but they are not personality wise. They are not as known as the streamers. If they see Yeet, a picture of Yeet, if they saw a picture of Yeet and they saw a picture of Kai Cenat, more likely they will know who Kai Cenat is than Yeet. They'll know Kai Cenat more.
See, but like I think you're just judging like strictly off.
No, you're judging fame of listens on a song, which is not fame. No, it's not fame.
What are you talking about?
You're saying What do you mean? You're saying like they'll know who Yeet is. They will not know who Yeet is. They might have heard a song though. That's the total difference between.
No. I'm talking about in time. I'm talking about like in a couple years. Do you think they'll know who Blackboy Max is?
I assure you. Okay, look. For example, I have been doing this since 2016. And I haven't gotten that big. However, I have seen many artists go to the moon and then they fall off. And so I know for a fact that streamers and YouTubers are way more sustainable and they have a higher like likelihood to continue just growing steadily than rappers who have a life cycle of like 3 years, which you're saying Blackboy Max is going to fall off potentially in a year, which is just not true.
No. I said he only has 2 ways to go. It's kind of like,
well, same thing with rappers.
Yes, you have a good point comparing the two, but I think music and art have more longevity than people just talking like this.
The artwork though, we're talking about fame of a person though. We're not talking about the song, which is what I was telling you before, which yes, they have probably heard Yeet, but that doesn't mean they actually know who he is. You know what I mean?
Okay, but that can go the same way for Kai. They probably know what Kai looks like, but they don't know who he is. What?
But if Kai Cenat were to go into a mall versus Yeet, they would have pretty comparable, like.
Yeah, I think.
But that's but there's one rapper. That's Yeet. That's one rapper. Now let's take Blackboy Max. Let's take Your Rage. Let's take Speed. They're all.
You think if Your Rage walked into a mall, everybody would know him?
I think he would get stormed.
That's
yes,
funny.
He'd get stormed.
That's hilarious. Do you think? Okay, what about XQC?
He'd get stormed. Yes.
Dude, you're so funny, bro. Okay.
No, that's fake. That's fake.
No, it's not.
Blackboy Max. He's not that famous. Look at his YouTube numbers.
Like,
who is that? Take
Bob,
them out.
You're stretching this. Like
I'm not stretching this. I'm not stretching it.
Size does not compare to the actual stats. Like you're using 5 streamers. I can name 10 rappers.
Name 10 rappers bigger than Kai Cenat.
Bro, bigger than Kai?
That are from this era, from 2021 and on.
All right. How about bigger than Max?
Wait, what? That are from 2021 and up?
No, bigger than Max. Bigger than Max, because Kai is like that. Like
okay.
Kai and Steve
bigger
are
than
the exceptions.
Okay, bigger than Max,
bro.
sure.
I mean, arguably Netspin and Osama-san, right?
No.
Bro,
no.
Dude.
No. Do you know how much promo I've done for each of them? That's how they literally live on, like, I know they're organically big, but like they are propped up by label marketing budgets. Yes.
Doesn't mean that they don't
every rapper, like I can tell you for a fact, every artist is propped up by marketing budgets on Instagram, social media, streams, YouTube ads, everything.
Bro, Osama-san toured in Europe, bro. What are you talking about?
Okay, so
you think Max is okay, but do you think all of the streamers around Max could tour in Europe?
Wait, what?
Like, do you think I'm looking on Twitch right now. I'm scrolling through.
But that's what they do.
Do you think Dabo, who is sitting at 1.2k fucking viewers right now, is gonna stream? Like, yeah, he got shouted out from Cardi, but like, he's not comparable to like.
But wait. You're like, you can't. A streamer is not gonna sell out tickets because they do not make music. So of course they're not gonna. Like, what are they gonna watch them do?
What? No, bro.
Yes.
You just said any streamer could go in any public setting and get
mauled. Like, yes, they would.
Mauled, bro. But,
yes.
But Osama-san and Net couldn't, for example.
They could, but they're not bigger than Blackboy Max.
Could Summers.
Blackboy Max is more famous than Summers.
I'd say right now he is, but you're using current metrics.
You're saying I'm biased. I'm going off of like, if you go off just how much each are talked about online, which is like a mind share. That's what that's called. Streamers have way more mind share than rappers online, which is synonymous with culture now because everything is online. Now, if you go outside and whatever, sure, like those people don't even pay attention to rappers or streamers. So like that's besides the point.
I really understand. I get what you're saying, but I don't think streamers as a whole have more longevity than artists do. Like,
Streaming is literally the
I
future, and rappers. We're not talking about music. We're not talking about music. We said rappers. There's a reason that the top rap songs are still only by Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Playboi Carti was on top 10 for 1 week. It dropped off because new rap just doesn't stick like that. Streamers are relevant every week.
No, they not, bro.
Yes, they are.
They coming in and out, bro.
Dude.
I see somebody on Twitter one day and then he's just gone. Like, what?
Who fell off already?
What do you? Okay, all right. I have a question.
Name one streamer that fell off.
What do you name one streamer that fell off? That
was culturally relevant enough to like hit our threshold.
Myth, Ninja, and Myth.
Okay. As I said, that was pre-2021 era of Aiden Ross.
Okay, stop moving this.
I didn't move the goalpost. That was originally my statement when you started arguing with me in the chat. I said we were talking about Aiden Ross and Blackboy Max. I said past 2021, streamers were starting to become the rappers.
Okay.
Ninja is a totally different thing. He was big in Fortnite. Your
only claim?
That was my only claim. That's why I was so confused why you're arguing with me right now.
Well, I'm not.
You're getting pretty mad right now.
Well, I'm not mad at you, bro. I can't be mad. You're a fucking streamer. I'm not. That'd be parasocial to be mad at you. I actually really wanted to have this conversation. I think this is a productive conversation. I think we'll never see eye to eye on this because I think you're seeing it from a quick point of view.
Give me data.
Give you data? Dog, Twitch, bro, Twitch is not the whole internet. Twitch is a corner of the internet.
Twitch is also
echo chamber.
Twitch is also not the only streaming platform. But okay.
Yeah, exactly. So
just as Spotify is not the entire internet.
Bro, Kick and Twitch
and YouTube
nowhere near comparable
and YouTube
to
and TikTok. Okay. You know how? Do you understand that how many Twitch streamers clips are on TikTok? It literally runs the platform at this point.
You cut me off before I was gonna ask you a question. Quick question before I think you want me to go. I'll go. But quick question: what do you think is easier, becoming a streamer or becoming a rapper?
Bro, people record on BandLab.
Okay, but you can put on your phone.
It's actually, I feel like it's actually harder to figure out Streamlabs than BandLab.
Well, what about FL Studio, bro?
FL Studio, we're not talking about that though.
What do you talk? We're talking about making music. I just asked a question. What do you think?
No, we talked. I already gave you an example. Now you're bringing in like advanced things. That's just like me saying, well, wait, let's talk about Premiere Pro, which is an editing software, or Adobe After Effects. Like that's just.
You think streaming's harder?
I'm saying that BandLab is easier. It's easier to start being a rapper than a streamer. Streamlabs is harder to navigate than BandLab. Yes, it is.
Okay.
I've used both.
Okay, but becoming a good artist is harder than just hopping on a stream, right? Am I tripping?
That's not the question, though. The question is streamers are the big streamers are the new characters online, which is what I was saying that rappers were previously.
Dude, I can't agree with you here. I'm sorry.
You what?
I can't agree with you here. I think you're wrong.
You haven't given me anything to back up that argument.
That streamers are bigger than rappers?
I said they're the new rappers. I said they're the new rappers. People care more about the streamers nowadays.
You said they're currently bigger. Bro, no, they don't. Are you serious? What are you talking about? You can't get you get one streamer at Rolling Loud. You get like Blackboy Max was at Rolling Loud
because they don't perform at music festivals.
Yeah, but that's what. But
that just doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all to say that.
The biggest artist of all time has more pull than the biggest streamer of all time. These are facts, dog.
But that's not the argument that I had. The argument I said was new streamers. The streamers are the new rappers. Like talking about personalities online. Rappers are the new streamers. I mean, sorry, new streamers are the new rappers.
Nah.
There's a reason that like Kai Cenat, literally Kanye West was trying to beef with Kai. They were saying fuck Aiden Ross, fuck Kai Cenat on a stream with Digital Nas. That's something we talked about today. When in history has Kanye West, one of the most famous people on the planet, said fuck Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross, two streamers, because they are the new personalities that people talk about online.
Okay, yeah.
He's not saying fuck
this guy. Okay, no, you're okay.
He's not saying fuck like
No, this guy in chat said it right. This guy in chat said your argument right. 2020 streamers are more influential than 2020 rappers.
So that's what I'm basically saying, just in different words.
Okay, but you can't just say every streamer is bigger than every rapper. That you literally.
But
said
you're generalizing my statement, and I literally in what I said, I said it's not an all-encompassing statement.
Streamers. No, you said
all streamers, bro. I'm talking about the new streamers who are bigger. Like the streamers that matter are bigger. The streamers that matter are more influential than the rappers of this generation. 100%. That's what I was saying. It's just, of course, like it's hard to embody that in one statement that you were arguing with me on in a Twitch chat. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I hear you.
So you agree with me now?
I think I agree 2020. Like past 2020.
That's what I said. I said 2021 and on.
But think about the artists that aren't from the 2020s but like Kendrick and Drake.
Right, and I said that doesn't. I said that doesn't count. I said Drake and Kendrick.
That feud was bigger than anything a streamer could ever.
I agree.
Fact.
I agree.
Okay.
I didn't. I never refuted that.
Okay. So where does streamers being bigger than rappers go? Where does it go from here?
I just think that rap in general, like there isn't a lot of good rap music coming out, at least to the mainstream appeal. And so therefore streamers are more mainstream appealing. And they're constantly revolving new content because they stream every day and they post content every day. And therefore they're just more relevant than rappers. Rappers drop one album a year.
Yes, I think this is good. The biggest streamers are bigger than 95% of the XXL list, which someone in chat said. I think that's a really good point too. That like I think Kai and Your Rage and like Bruce even have had more relevancy than I think Osama's son.
That's what I was saying.
But this generation isn't done yet with music. I don't think we're done with all the artists yet.
I didn't say that though.
All right, well, so I don't think we should be throwing out these claims.
Bro, my whole channel is talking about new artists.
I know. That's why I'm really happy to talk with you.
So of course I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, like everyone's gonna fall off and music's just dead. Like, no, there's always gonna be like a new artist coming in that's hot. Like we might get another Yeet. Like I hope we do.
It scares me when we're trying to replace rap with streaming.
Well, it's just facts. It's just facts that.
But why are we? But that's not how entertainment works, dog. Like what?
That is how entertainment works because streaming is a new medium, just like how YouTube took over cable television.
Okay. But what do you think's more popular, YouTube or Twitch right now?
YouTube, for sure.
Oh, okay. All right. So you don't think Twitch is the end-all be-all? You think there's still something greater?
Yeah. YouTube is like the second largest search engine in the world. I think TikTok surpassed it, maybe. If not.
Yeah, maybe TikTok. Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, TikToks have just made it so fast. Like, I don't know. I can't. When I think about, like, the next generation of, like, big, like, Travis Scott's and Cardi's, like I you're right. I don't have anybody, but like.
But see, that's why I was saying the new generation of rappers, they don't touch the streamers.
All right, yeah. I think the new generation of rappers does.
But that's what I was saying the whole time.
But I think any other generation of rapper proves you wrong.
Yeah, but there was no streaming prior to 2021 other than Ninja. But like Twitch was so niche.
There's been streaming since 2010. What are you talking about?
But what I mean is it wasn't relevant.
I think streaming and the underground have lapsed each other in popularity, and that has clouded your judgment.
You just agreed with me, dude. Why'd you switch back?
Bro, you know what I'm saying though.
I don't
know exactly what I'm saying.
No, streaming.
Streamers right now in the underground scene as a whole have lapsed. They've both passed each other.
How do things pass each other at the same time?
Like, you know what I mean? Like on TikTok, I feel like underground artists caught the rise the same way any big streamer has in the last. I mean, streamers have definitely got the more of it, like definitely. But I think
so. That's what I was saying. You just said streamers have gotten more of it.
It's easier for one streamer to maintain a daily audience than it is for an artist to drop an album a year. But that doesn't mean that streamer is going to have more longevity in general than any, like, you know what I mean? I just think the exceptions aren't the rule, bro. You know, like tell me this. How long do you think who's the biggest underground rapper right now? It's a good question.
Osama-san, let's say, right?
Well, okay, I was gonna say this earlier. What about Ian?
Okay, Ian.
Okay.
I feel like he's also lost a lot of clout in the past year, but
yeah, you're right.
But that proves my point. That proves my point.
Yeah, I really understand where you're coming from. I do. I think.
And so take Osama-san, take Ian. 3 years from now, who's gonna be bigger, them or Black Boy Max? I think Osama-san and Ian are combined. What?
You said both of them combined, or like
no,
Ian
like each of them, just like individually.
Yeah, I hear you. That's actually a good question.
Black Boy Max will be bigger.
If Max plays his cards right, he'll be bigger.
No, if Osama-san and Ian play their cards right, because as we've seen, YouTubers and streamers typically they typically kind of just continually grow. Of course, like some fall off, but like all you got to do when you're a YouTuber or streamer is just kind of participate in trends. Whereas music, you have to be the trend. It's harder.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's why I don't think.
When did you start? When did you start in this scene? I really don't know.
2016.
Like you started commenting on the scene in 2016?
I started like in Instagram, and then I moved to YouTube in like 2018. Didn't really start popping off until like late 2019, early 2020.
Okay, so you've seen the rise of Playboi Carti, right?
Yeah, but that was last decade before streaming.
No, but bro, you were there though, right?
Yeah.
How long did it take Carti to get to where he is now?
A long time, but that's a totally different era.
A long time.
But the internet moves fast, as you know. It's a totally different game. TikTok is the method now.
You want a Playboi Carti out of these new underground artists.
I don't care what we're talking about. I'm just saying factually, streamers are the new rappers now. Factually. I'm not talking about who I hope to be bigger one day. I'm talking about right now, in this point of time, streamers are the new rappers. I hope rappers keep going. Like I love music. But we're talking about right now.
Okay.
I know I'm right.
All right, bro.
I know I'm right.
Yeah, all right. Damn, I'm not gonna getting up, pulling out your pants, bro. I don't want to stress you out.
No, you're good.
Thank you for talking to me, for real.
I encourage this. Like, that's why I built the Discord to do this.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I don't hate you either, even though I know we got heated, but like, it's fine.
I know.
I fuck with you for getting on here.
Thank you for letting me talk, bro. For real.
Yeah, no problem. All right, shout out Swordplay. Who wants it next?
Later, everybody,
Peace out.
bro.
Who wants this dick next?
I just wanted to point out that I think that streamers and rappers have a symbiotic relationship. Like they both need each other to coexist nowadays.
I don't know if they need. I don't know if they need each other, but I agree that they help each other.
I just think that the popularity, like the group of people that fuck with streamers, is the same group of people that fucks with the underground. So like, not like the entirety of streamers are gonna be people that fuck with the underground, but a good majority of those fans that are fans of streamers are fans of people in the underground. That's why people like Max and everybody be bringing those underground artists on, because they know that their fans fuck with them.
I agree.
So like,
but I think that Max is bigger than all these underground rappers, though.
I mean, I don't think it's specifically Max. I think it's just the platform that Max is on. It's just bigger than a Spotify or Instagram.
Would you not say that
whatever.
Spotify has more monthly listeners than Max or than Twitch, than monthly active users on Twitch?
I would say so. Yeah, I would be. I don't know if they show the analytics for those numbers, but I would say yeah, definitely. Like think about music is worldwide.
So then
Spotify,
why aren't
listen to that?
So then why aren't they bigger than the streamers?
I don't know. I mean, what do you mean bigger? Like,
okay, so
you can't really. I feel like you can't compare like album listens to streamers on live stream. Like, you can have 30,000 people in your live stream, or you can have 30,000 monthly listeners or 30,000 streams on your album. So, like, how do we compare the two? So
there's actually a way to do it, not quantifiably, but one viewer on like TikTok is known to be lesser value than one viewer than a YouTube sub. Let's say.
Okay.
And a Twitch live stream.
So we're talking like subs. People get paid off of subs.
A Twitch sub is way more valuable than an Instagram follower.
So maybe what it is the value of music is just gone down. Like you can't make. It's not that the popularity.
But I'm not debating that.
This person's more popular. It's just what do you make more money doing?
But wait! I just fucking found the craziest statistic. Okay.
Yeah. Break it down, Bob.
I'm on Spotify right now. Now you're saying, oh my God, I might have to go beat off real soon. To this information, I mean, Black Boy Max is a streamer, right?
Right.
However, he has 2.3 million monthly listeners.
What the fuck? Okay.
On Spotify.
Okay,
so he's not even mainly a rapper. And he has more monthly listeners than, say, what does Osama Son have?
Probably like less than a mil, maybe a mil.
1 mil. Boom.
1 mil.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Told y'all.
But wait. But what's his most popular song on it? What's the most popular song on his page?
Max?
I bet you it's with a rapper.
They're all rappers.
Exactly. So again, he's not trying to be a rapper. He's not out here being, I'm Max the rapper. He's out here, I'm Max the streamer,
but
and I'm doing songs with rappers.
But you're okay. Regardless, the main thing you said before was the reason Max is bigger. You said the reason Max is bigger than rappers is because the platform he's on. However, I refuted and said Twitch is actually a smaller platform than Spotify. Now I brought it to Spotify and I said, even on Spotify, he's bigger than these artists. I understand he has features and everything.
I don't agree that Twitch is a smaller platform than Spotify. What I was saying is it's easier to access something like Spotify than Twitch, bro. Like,
okay, Spotify monthly active users, 675 million.
Okay. And then what's Twitch monthly? It's probably more than that.
240. Boom, roasted.
Okay. Boom, so we're talking about a 200,000 people person gap.
400
or daily listener, whatever.
400.
So those 200,000 people that are on Spotify but aren't on Twitch.
But he's still bigger, even when he's just on Twitch. Is what I'm saying. He's on the
How
small.
is that possible if Twitch is a smaller platform?
Because he's just bigger as a person than these artists, which is what I'm arguing.
And on Twitch, Max would be a small fish or a big fish in a small pond. On Spotify,
he's still bigger. He's still bigger.
Pond.
He's still bigger than them on Spotify, though. He's got more streams. He's got more streams. Look, Flatboy Max, Pink Dreads, has 23 mil. Okay.
Who's on Pink Dreads with him though? That's not just him.
DDG, who's a fucking YouTuber. He's not really a rapper.
But also DDG is pushing. He's been pushing being a rapper since I don't even know when. Since I've known DDG. Like most people nowadays who know DDG, they don't even know him as a YouTuber. He's the rapper first, and then streamer and all that shit second.
But Osama Sun only has 3 million streams on his top song.
I don't think Osama Sun is the guy right now, the most popular like rapper in the underground. I don't think that he's that guy.
He is.
So it's not. I don't think he's a good comparison.
Who's the biggest rapper in the underground right now?
Right now, bro. Fuck. There's like two answers to that. There's like the real answer, and then there's like the answer that you give because of.
It's not Ken Carson. I'll tell you that he's too big. Right? Ken Carson's too big to use.
So. After Ken Carson, popularity-wise, I would say it's like Yeet, Fago.
Yeet's not underground.
Bro, you know what, too? Like
Flatboy Max is bigger than Fago.
There's so many artists that would be on in that conversation that we just can't speak on because of shit like allegations or fucking just bullshit, whatever.
Who?
So a lot of people just got pushed to the side. Who? And I think a lot of what happened was those people that were pushed to the side, there was like openings that opened up and they needed to fill those roles. And that's where the streamers came in and kind of just, everybody needed to be entertained. Everybody needed something to like latch onto after we kind of like ruined the underground. Or I wouldn't say we did, but like they kind of did. And we kind of caught on to it like, oh shit, what's up with all these weirdos? What's up with all this? So I think right now we're just kind of in like a reshuffling stage, right?
No, I just think that we can't listen to music 100% of the day. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts, and streamers are almost like podcasts. Mm-hmm. There's only a specific time frame where I want to listen to music because other times I want to like actually be a human being and think. And I think that's what streamers fulfill. And that's why like I agree with you. Like I'm not saying that these rappers just aren't as good as these streamers, however you want to quantify it. I'm just saying like streaming as a whole is just, it's like you're going to be more famous as a personality than a rapper nowadays, because rappers, they might listen to your music, but that doesn't mean they actually care about you. That's why a lot of rappers can't sell out tour tickets.
But why is that though? It's because of what we've witnessed as we grew.
I don't think it's allegations though. I just think it's technology.
We can't trust these artists for who they are because there's so many hidden things we don't know about them.
I don't think it has to do with the allegations. I just think like technology.
I feel like that's part of it, bro. Because beforehand, like with Cardi and Uzi, when we went, because I'm 25, bro. So I was growing up my teenage years, my high school years were through that era, like the best underground era, I would say, like X, P.
But you're proving my point.
Of what?
That was the best underground era. And like this underground era just isn't as good.
Yeah, but I don't think it's because it isn't as good. Like, sure, there's like a cycle of talented artists that come and goes, and we go through that. But I don't think it's the reason that just the people that are making music now is bad. I think what it is like I said, there was all these things.
Do you think Osama Sun is as talented? Do you think Osama Sun is as talented as Uzi?
Nah, I'm gonna be real. Nah, I don't think so. But I don't think that that's an issue though, because we had a lot of artists at that era that we.
But I'm comparing the top artists. Okay, who's the top artist right now? Let's just say, let's even bring in Ken Carson and Yeet because they're the top of like this generation, right?
Yeah, they literally are the top.
Okay, so Yeet and Ken Carson. For being real. Who is the top of last generation? X, Juice, Uzi, Cardi, Trippie.
Juice WRLD.
Yeah, I mentioned him. So that's we have 5 artists who are bigger than Yeet and Ken. Uzi, Cardi, Trippy, Juice, X. I'm sure I'm missing some, but like,
Yeah.
but like the artists even from this generation, just it's not comparable to the last one.
Of course, yeah. No, I would agree with you there. I would agree with you there. But I do think there are like little flashes in the pan of like things that are interesting and are potentially like those artist caliber, but nobody wants to take that risk, bro. Back then, it wasn't a risk to like fuck with someone like Peep. It wasn't a risk to fuck with someone like X because nobody knew who the fuck they were. It was all so new to us. So like,
Why is there a
now
risk?
everyone kind of figures out, oh, this person's gonna be like that. This person's gonna fall in and be that. And people are trying to predict the future with these artists, and then when they don't live up to that potential, or they don't live up to exactly the box that they want to fill them in, now it's like, all right, they're getting pushed to the side. Next crop of guys, let's bring them out, let's see what they can do. So it's like a revolving door.
Wouldn't you say streaming kind of this streaming era with like Speed, Kai, whatever? Wouldn't you say that's kind of like what 2016 music era was? Like nobody really had expectations.
For sure.
Okay,
like
so that's all I was saying.
The push of it and how new it is, yeah, it's exciting. It's new, and I think that's also why it's so popular. Is because of how new it is. It's a new medium of media, bro.
Well, so that's what I've been saying the whole time.
But that doesn't mean that it's better than music. I don't
never
think that
said it
means
was better
that
than
it's better
music.
or more valuable. Music's been around forever. There was cavemen in caves.
I never
Neanderthals
said it
putting
was
rocks
better.
Together and chanting
never
shit, and
said
that was
that.
music to them. So it's always going to be popular. It's always going to be something that people could creatively do, and you could grow a fan base. You can grow and be something with it, but you have to. I think nowadays, what it is, it's really about the art, bro. Like you can't be somebody as an artist who wants to be like, oh, I'm going to be the most popular or I'll make the most money. It's really all at the end of the day about art.
What is the argument?
My argument is that even though that we can agree that streaming is more popular and is something that the future will hold, that most people will probably choose to be over like being a rapper or whatever, but I still believe that music is important. I still believe that music is just as important as streaming, but right now, because of how new the medium is, it's gonna overshadow music. Huh?
No one disagreed.
I thought you were saying that streaming is like better and more important than music right now.
I'm a music YouTuber and streamer. Why would I say that?
I thought that's what you were arguing.
No.
From what you were saying, how you were saying about streaming, I thought you were saying that streaming is more popular than music,
which is something you just said right now too.
Yeah, but not for the reason you were saying, which is like this is the future and this is all it's gonna be. Like there's no point.
I was giving you a reason as to why streaming is more popular right now. It's because of technology and our attention span. We want to hear more people talking than music. That's just how.
I don't think it has to do with that. I don't think it has to do with attention spans or all these things. I think it has to do with it's just something new that we've never seen before.
Okay, so cable television 10 years ago.
Right.
You probably watched more cable television than listening to music, right? Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I would say.
So now,
but it wasn't.
Let me finish.
It's just cable television and nothing else. There was still music. It still meant a lot to me. I would still go out and buy a CD. I would still listen to that new Eminem album.
That's not what I'm saying. Okay. You watched.
Yeah, break it down for me, Bob. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead and break it down.
You watched more cable television than music. Mm-hmm. Similarly, nowadays I don't even buy cable. People watch YouTube and streamers, and they watch streamers on YouTube. Therefore, that's why I'm saying people fill in that cable television time with the streaming and YouTube, which is why people watch that more and why streamers are becoming more popular than rappers. Yes.
Okay.
100%. That's what it is.
Okay.
I'm not saying music is not important. I'm not saying,
the times being switched around and people substituting old legacy media for new modern media.
I would say that music is arguably more important than streaming. So I'm not arguing on that point at all.
Uh-huh.
Again, I am a music YouTuber. I love my music. I'm just saying, I'm just saying facts about what people are watching.
Okay. I'm saying the reason they're watching is not because not because of anything like psychological or anything like that. It's literally just because this is a new medium that people are introduced to, and that happens with a lot of things. It doesn't mean that rap's going down or it's dying or anything like that. It's just we're in a period where rap isn't the most new popular thing right now. It's streaming. And also you got to think too.
Oh, wait. One more thing.
What's easier for an advertiser to do?
One more
Is it easier
thing.
for an advertiser to pay a streamer to talk about a game or a movie or something, or review a movie or something on stream, or to pay a rapper to do an interview and they mention it once or twice? So it's like those things also
irrelevant.
factor into
That's
why something's
irrelevant to what
popular.
we're talking about. One statistic I want to give you. YouTube, 2.5 billion monthly active users. Spotify, 675
YouTube
million.
has a music streaming app, right?
I understand.
DSP.
I understand. But I'm just saying
Okay.
the medium of YouTube, which a lot of streamers and stream clips are on, is
Yep.
more
Music
popular.
videos and music is on there too.
Correct.
It's not just streamers.
You're
They got
correct.
everything on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I love that. I love those numbers. That makes a lot of sense. But
I'm just saying that
YouTube is like everything.
right. But I'm just saying the medium is bigger for streamers than the music. Although music is on YouTube, so I will give you that.
So okay, so let's say what you're saying is 100% right? You're 100% on point about everything. What is the future of the underground? What is the future of streaming? Because honestly, I believe streaming is probably going to die off in like another year or two. I think people are going to get sick of the same people saying the same shit, and it's not going to fall off.
I don't think streaming
kind of.
I don't think streaming is going to fall off because I think it's just the new it's the new medium. Like people like cable television is technically streaming. They did live news.
I agree.
And so it's just another way of doing it. It's been around just in a different way.
Yeah, but you don't think people will get tired of hearing like how many more rappers can somebody bring on stream? How many more reaction videos can we? Because we've had reaction content for years. We had reaction YouTubers back in like 2012, 2013.
And PewDiePie had 100 million subscribers off reaction content. 100 million subscribers.
Gamer, though. He was playing all kinds of games. He wasn't just reacting.
Do you remember that? Subscribers, not rappers aren't hitting 100 million subscribers, bro.
Yeah, I mean, some of the good ones. I mean, a lot of them are.
Who?
You can look at some YouTube channels that got a couple 100,000 subscribers and shit like that.
100 million.
But I don't know about
I said 100 million.
Oh, 100 million. I mean, there are artists like that, but they're not underground. They're not fucking, what we're talking about. But as far as like the legacy media and things just getting outdated and replaced with newer things, I believe that, just like cable television was popular and that's what everybody was doing for a time, that shit got old, bro. Something new came around and replaced that. But it didn't completely get rid of cable television. There's still people, believe it or not, out there that prefer cable television. They won't.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about anymore. What is your argument? Your argument is like, I'm not.
My argument is this is just a phase, bro. Like this streaming shit is literally
It's not a phase,
I don't believe
though.
that it's really
These
it's really gonna be like this.
Okay, think about this.
Okay.
2021. This is the cutoff mark. This is the starter.
Right.
That's when Yeet blew up.
Okay. Yeah.
How, for all of the streamers that have started past 2021 and the rappers who started past 2021, are there more really famous streamers or rappers? Because there's only Yeet and Ken Carson. But we have Aiden Ross,
really
Kai
famous,
Cenat.
not a lot, bro, not a whole lot. But the
We've
thing
got
is, you don't have to
XQC.
be, you don't have to be a really famous rapper to be successful. In
No
rap.
one
You don't have
said
to be a
that
really famous
though.
rapper.
No one said that though. You're bringing
No,
in
because
like
you're asking who's more famous, right? But like as a streamer, if you want to be successful, you have to be the most famous person on the internet.
this. You said this. Streaming is a phase. That's what you said. So stop changing the goalpost. I'm rebuttaling yours.
I'm not trying to change the goalpost. I still believe that.
Okay. And so I'm telling you, because I'm trying to build an argument here. You're saying streaming is a phase.
Wait, can I ask you this?
No,
Do
you can't.
What goes up
You
must fall
can't.
down?
Not yet. You cannot speak yet. 2021. How I was gonna say streamers are bigger right now since 2021. That's because all of the rappers that have gone up have gone down too. We had Sofago, Summers, whatever, Autumn, Can. All of them. There's only one or two that have really lasted. Whereas streamers, they have consistently stayed relevant. AKA Aiden Ross, Kai, Your Rage, Pipeboy Max, whatever. Like maybe not Max because he's more new, but like XQC, Sneeko, whatever. Fresh and Fit, Academics.
Yep.
There's plenty of streamers that have proven that it's not just a phase. Especially because you can clip the streaming content and put it on YouTube.
Okay. Maybe what I said.
Streaming is so.
I believe wrong.
I'm just telling you.
What I was meaning to say was the popularity of streaming. How it seems to be the only thing that is hot right now. How it seems to be the only thing people are interested in. I think that in itself is the phase, not the fact that people are streaming and clipping stuff. And like, bro, of course, that's entertainment. People are gonna watch that forever. What I'm saying is like how popular it is. The popularity. Popularity comes and goes. It's waves. So I feel like right now it's the streamers' time. It's they're what's hot right now. For whatever reason, we could argue what the reasons why it is the way it is. But I'm just saying that as of right now, it's the streamer's turn. And eventually the streamer's turn will come and it will go. And then something will come and that'll be the new popular thing that will be like, oh, is this the new popular thing or is it a phase? That's all I was trying to say. Because I think it's ridiculous to try to say that streaming is just a phase. Like, yeah, I agree with you, bro. I myself love streaming.
Okay. So then I agree with you that there might be another like thing that pops up that is more popular than streaming, but I don't think streaming is going anywhere.
No, of course not.
I've been streaming since 2021.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is like what's gonna happen is it's gonna get to a point where it's like, okay, it's done being popular and it's gonna like either stay where it's at or drop down a little bit, and then that's gonna be where it really is. Like that's the reality of streaming, how it is. Because you can't really measure what it's gonna be or what it is because right now it's so popular.
Would you not say that streaming is just reality television, just in a new medium?
No, facts. It is. Somebody like Kai and their
so reality television is, I think, one of the most popular genres of television. Like Kim K.
It's like,
so that's why I don't think it's going anywhere. It's just the different, like people will always want to see Kai Cenat being a fucking retard on stream. And that's no diss towards him. He knows how it is.
Videos, or talking to a celebrity or something like that. Yeah, of course.
So that's why that was my main point. I was like, it's not going anywhere. It's not a phase.
Yeah. But also too, I was saying that like, you know, streaming owes a lot to underground. Streaming owes a lot to us, our community, because we helped a lot of those streamers get some validity in their stream. You know, you having somebody like Xavier So Based on your stream, like, bro, that puts a lot of respect on what you do.
Xavier So Based?
Yes, bro.
Bro, name anyone else, please.
Well, bro, he was just on stream with Max not too long ago, so I don't know.
I don't think anybody gave a fuck about Xavier So Based.
I mean, the pages were posting it, bro. He was in the booth rapping, all that. He did the whole thing. They were posting it.
There were a couple pages that posted it, sure, but no, like, it was nothing like when, who's another rapper, like.
You can't even think of somebody right now.
Because no, like the UK rappers or whatever.
Oh, Fake Mink? Yeah, Fake Mink's cool. I fuck with Fake Meek.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about like the one where YT and Lan and Femi were on there.
Oh,
But
I
I'm
didn't
just
watch that one.
saying, or like Lancey, like the Xavier, like I don't think Xavier stamped Blackboy Max at all, is what I'm saying. Max is
For
way
a
bigger.
certain group of people,
Blackboy
it
Max
definitely
is
stamped
way
it.
bigger than Xavier.
Who?
Max.
I mean, yeah, he's bigger, but like I'm talking about like, bro, genuinely like the type
Xavier
of
did
person
not
that'll listen to
stamp
Zave
Max.
is not
Max.
going to be the type of person that'll watch a Max stream.
Xavier So Base did not stamp Max.
I said for a certain group of people who listen to Zave but would not watch a Max stream, he stamped Max for them.
Sure, but I bet you Max brought him way more fans than Xavier So Base brought Max fans. 100%. 100%. There's no argument. There's no argument.
I mean, I don't think it's as far off as you think. I think it's a lot closer than we think. I think that's a lot closer than we think.
Nah, dude, you're so biased. You're just a fan of Xavier So Base. Do you like Xavier So Base?
I hear what you're saying, bro.
Do you like
really
Xavier So
I hear what
Base?
you're
Do
saying,
you
but
like
I
his
think-
music?
I like a few songs.
Okay,
I'm not
so
a
there
huge
we
fan.
go. That's why.
I like a few songs. I'll say that. But I know the fan base, bro. I know the type of people that listen to Zay, bro. They're not the type of people to go on a Max stream and just sit there and fuck with Max like that. That's why Zay, when he went on there, I said, it kind of stamped him because it's like, they rock with each other. So it's like, oh, maybe I'll rock with them more if I sit and watch the stream a little bit. That's all I was saying.
That's like if that's like if Lil Pump, he has fans still. If Lil Pump went on Max's stream and gave him like 3 fans, or like let's name a really small rapper right now, fucking Southside Silhouette. He's hard.
Okay.
I like Southside Silhouette. There are people that don't know who Max is in his fan base, that if he went onto Max's stream, they might fuck with Max. But that doesn't mean that Southside Silhouette stamped Max.
Maybe not to you because you're.
Oh my! We're talking about objectively,
you're
though.
right, you're right.
We're
I'll
talking
let
about
you have it.
objectively.
Yeah. I don't really want to argue that. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm saying maybe Xavier So Base is a little bigger, maybe a lot bigger, but he didn't stamp Max. Max already had Central C on his fucking stream. He did Xavier So Base a favor.
That's a little disrespectful to say it was a favor.
I'll be outright disrespectful to Xavier because he's trash, but still, Max is way bigger than him.
I feel like Max did the right thing by getting Zave on there because Zave is a pioneer for this new jerk sound, bro. That everybody loves.
I wouldn't say everybody loves, but
the scene in the underground, they love that shit, bro. We love that shit.
Who is still doing it? Netspend already moved on.
Bro, fucking
Yapo JJ
went over to
not relevant.
Went across the pond to the UK. They're kind of doing it now.
Okay.
I think the jerk wave fits their style a little bit better because their accents and like the way they flow on beats. Like that's why Fake Meek is going so crazy because he took that formula and threw his unique style on it, and it kind of perfected the sound. So now it's like a whole other sound. They're calling it like the return of cloud rap and shit.
Okay, but
that came from Zave, though.
But Xavier So Base did not stamp Max.
Okay, he didn't stamp Max in the way that you might believe or think that I'm saying. What I'm really saying is like he basically like it would be like if
you're saying
like when Speed went to China.
You're saying he
on
gave him credibility within the underground rap space.
Yes, bro, because
I
never
get
expected
that though, but
I never expected him to get Zave on the stream like that.
Right, but your initial argument was not that.
It was a stamp of approval in my eyes because they went
In
on
your
there, but-
eyes, because you're an underground fan. But Max
Right.
is way bigger than underground fan
How many
base.
underground fans you think were watching Max's stream before Zave went on there?
A lot. He does Song Wars and Ox Wars.
Okay. But who's he doing the song? Bro, he's doing Song Wars with like
He has Jace on there
the baby and fucking Young Fazo.
because the baby paid him.
Okay, but I'm saying like that's not gonna get an underground audience to watch the stream. Like those artists aren't gonna bring that audience. So that's why he got somebody like Zave on there, so that he could basically Zave could say, "Hey guys, look at me. I'm here. I'm with Max.
Yeah,
this is my boy.
he said,
I should rock with him."
he said, look at me. This is gonna get me more fans on Plagueboy Max's stream.
Sure, I'm not saying he didn't think that, but I'm saying this is back to what I was originally speaking on when we were first talking, which is streamers and artists have a symbiotic relationship where it's like back and forth, the energy.
Yeah, I didn't disagree with that.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying now with the Zave and the Max thing. I'm saying it was like a symbiotic thing.
But that's why I
Where it
said
was-
bring up another rapper, not Xavier So Bass, because
Well, I did. I said Fake Mink, same thing.
Max
Fake
is
Mink.
way bigger than
Shit.
Fake Mink. That's a bad example too.
So you want me to do like a bigger artist, like who? Like Osa Mason? Was he on there? Do you ever have him on? Osamason? Do you ever have Osamason on?
No, but he had Will Smith on his stream. So
Okay,
so Will Smith is literally
okay,
like
but like,
one of the most famous actors in the fucking world. In the world.
so you will say Will Smith never? You don't think Will Smith fell off?
Sure, but he's known everywhere.
No, he's washed. So like he's
Will
washed.
Smith
So, like,
is like retired. Sure. But like
okay,
it was
I mean,
last year when he was like the biggest trend ever because of what he said to Chris Rock. Or like 2 years.
Oh no, that was like 2021. That was a while ago. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Ever since then, it was like Will Smith kind of. I feel like people stopped really caring about what he had going on because of that, and I don't really see him in movies anymore. So to me, that's like a freebie.
Look,
Who's
I'm
he
not
on the stream?
I'm just saying the only thing I'm saying, and I know Swordplay is sitting here arguing with me too. I'm just saying Max is much bigger than these rappers. But I agree there's a symbiotic relationship because when rappers are on, I agree with you that when rappers are on streams, it gives them more credibility. Totally agree.
Okay.
Totally agree. However, the streamers are still bigger than the rappers. It doesn't matter. Low-key, it doesn't matter what rapper you have because it already just adds credibility.
Right. That's the point. So all that credibility is what's giving these streamers and making them so much bigger than the rappers themselves.
But XQC is still a lot more famous than these underground rappers without a rapper on his stream.
True. Very true.
Same thing with
Very
Kai
true.
Cenat, low-key.
Very true. So that's another reason to really rock with these streamers that get these artists on there, because that tells you that they really love the music. They really love the scene and stuff because they're getting them on there. So that's just even more of a reason to genuinely fuck with them.
Yeah. But
But,
God.
But yes, bro, I agree. I will agree, Max. Right, as of this very moment in time, he is bigger than most of the rappers that we listen to. I will agree there.
Okay, thank you.
You got it out of me.
Yep.
We should do this again about some other stuff.
No, yeah,
Down.
I'm in my stream schedule on Discord. I have like every Monday I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna like hop in the VC and just argue with people. So yeah.
Sounds good. I'll come with some topics next week.
All right,
We could go over.
let's do it.
All right. Thanks, Bob. Love you, bro. Love the stream. Shout out everybody.
Yeah, love you, bro. Peace out.
All right. Have a good one.
Can you give your opinion on my 2 Yap messages? TikTok and algorithms put the youth in their own bubbles. It dumbed them down and made them less open-minded. Everyone is in their own corner praising what they like. Facts. The algorithms like put us in echo chambers for sure. Everyone is in their own corner praising what they like. Hip hop doesn't thrive unless people come together to discuss/enjoy it. But trends tell the youth to only like one style of music and then shun everything that doesn't fit the in aesthetic. I feel like that's just human nature. I don't know if that's like algorithm. Although algorithms make us more polarized because of the echo chamber. Therefore, everybody wants to be like each other. Back then, it wasn't like that. There was room for everything to thrive, and it created larger discussions. I don't know. I feel like all these algorithms kind of gave people more room to be different. I feel like people are more separated because not everything is so congregate. Like there were just less artists to even listen to 15 years ago. And the algorithms make it so we find more people within our own corners. So I don't know. I disagree with that. Shit rappers even stopped hanging out together. So we lost that feeling of culture and seeing all our fave artists. I agree with that. Like everybody's like trying to be too cool and shit, not like forward facing. All that stuff adds to the lore and feeling of the culture on the internet where we will come together. I enjoy MF Doom and Cardi, Net and Earl sweatshirt. That shouldn't be an issue, but it's in the new era. It is in the new era. There's more. Yeah, you're right. You're right. If you like Earl sweatshirt and Netspend, like each of those groups will call you a retard for listening to the other.
Nah, yeah, I was just trying to see what the hell dude was talking about.
Who?
He was, the dude in the car, bro, was just yapping.
Well, what are you gonna argue about?
Nah, I thought he was gonna stay in here. I was trying to say like, how you gonna say underground people are stamping like mainstream? Like that just doesn't make sense to me. That's kind of what my mind was tweaking on. I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, like even my friends who don't even listen to rap, who are like, they go to raves, they see Max on their TikTok feeds.
Yeah, it's like when he, because even when he's talking about like, oh, like the rappers come and do this, it's like most of these rappers or people that come on their streams, like they're literally using it, the creator for promo. So like, I was it the other way around. That just mind-boggling to me
People,
because like
labels are literally running clip campaigns. Like when Sexy Red goes on Max's stream, they're literally like paying people to clip and post on TikTok. Labels are, not Max.
exactly. So it's like even the labels know like who's helping who here. Like
Yeah.
Xavier's song, like I remember when he previewed Double Whammy, like it was a good song, but like it didn't like it's very niche. Like only us, like people that are very tapped in know about it. And then it went on Song Wars, and then it's just like millions of likes all over TikTok, all over Instagram. It's like it's clear like who's helping who. Like I don't really understand the whole argument about that.
Yeah, I got what he was saying. Just maybe like the word was wrong. Like
Yeah.
stamp
Sure.
versus like credibility or something.
Yeah, exactly. And especially like new age, especially is just it's way harder for like somebody in the chat said it, like people to retain that attention. It's like that's why they have to go on like these streams or these collabs with other bigger creators because it's like it's kind of like you're literally fighting for attention at this point.
As a rapper?
Yeah, that's why I feel like that's literally all it is at this point. It's just a bunch of people just fighting for attention. Am I tweaking?
No, I mean I agree. Like I think that why is my thing so foggy? I think that there's like a small underground fan base that's actually getting smaller and smaller, maybe. At least compared to like 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And so and that's probably just because the music is not as good as it was. Or at least compared to 2016, the underground, let's say. And so yeah, people are fighting over the same fans. And like
It's
people,
crazy.
and we find a new artist to go with, to be fans of every couple of months, and it switches, and then you just switch over to the next person. People like have such fast rotations.
Yeah, I saw some funny ass shit the other day. It's like basically like underground fans they're just hopping, literally hopping dick to dick now. Like it's like you'll hear somebody like be some crazy stan over some dude that just came out the other week, and
Just
then
because they
like
want to be first. Yeah.
exactly, and then 2 months later, it's like, oh, you still listen to that dude? Like what? And then you don't know about this. It's like, bro, it's like I don't get it,
Well,
bro.
that's basically like what Can said.
Yeah, exactly what he said.
He's like, everybody's clones. Y'all just liking them for a couple months to be nostalgic.
And then soon as you get what you get out of it, like or whatever you wanted to get out of it, I guess, then you're gone to the next. Like shit is strange. I don't know. It didn't used to be like that. Like 2021, 2022, it didn't feel like this.
Um, I feel like there were less rappers. I feel like maybe because people blow up as underground rappers, it encourages more people to. I think Band Lab Loki's ruining the underground.
And lab, wait, how?
Because there's like the barrier to entry to become a rapper is so low now that
No, that
like
mhm.
now we have so many underground rappers popping up like every week. Like I half of these people, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And then people move on to the next one like 3 weeks later, and then they call me old because they're like, oh, you're not tapped in with like such and such, even though he literally started rapping like 2 months ago. You know what I
That's what
mean?
I literally the other day, some guy was like, "You don't know about some Posh dude?" I'm like, "Bro, who the fuck
Oh,
is
Lil
Posh?"
Posh. I actually know who that
Yeah,
is.
I seen him on my feed off of like some promo shit, and
Yeah,
then
I see it on
out of
Twitter
nowhere,
promo for sure.
yeah, now out of nowhere, I'm seeing like, "Oh, you got to tap into Posh." I'm like, "Bro, I just saw this dude on my feed yesterday for the first time in ever." Like, what the hell? But it's crazy. It shit just moves way too fast now, which is it's kind of has a explanation on like how people say like I don't know rap is in a decline or so, but like maybe it's the attention span or maybe it's the music that's causing this to happen.
Well, who's
But
good
yes,
now? I actually think Nine Vicious is good.
I do too. I was hating at first. I'm not gonna lie, because
So was I.
I get tired of the whole like the gimmicks, but
Yeah,
he hard.
exactly. The gimmicks are like I don't even want to pay attention if it's gimmicky.
Yeah,
Um,
he's hard. Dior's hard. Dior's so hard.
I
He's
actually
tough.
don't think I think he's so overrated.
So he just reminds me of Lone. I think I just really like old
But see,
Lone
bro,
and like his,
that's just a clone, dude.
but he doesn't sound like. I think it's just the voice. Like their music doesn't sound the same like at
His
all to me.
music is not that good.
Maybe it's because I just tapped in like a couple months ago and like maybe that's the thing though. You know how I just talked about like sometimes we have these like month or two phases. Like you don't sometimes you don't even try
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do that.
yeah, yeah. You start fucking with
You're
like
like
every song, and then you get over it like pretty quickly.
exactly, and it's like it's a recycle. It's a cycle that just goes over and over. But I would say nine Dior. Saint is tough too. I fuck with Saint.
1300 Saint.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I don't think
I
he's
love him.
good. I don't think he's good.
Swear.
I don't
I mean,
think.
he got it.
I think he's worse than Dior versus you. Dior versus you he's all right. I don't think he's that good.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes. It's
Nine Vicious is better than all those.
I would say yeah.
Um, I like Lade. You know who that is?
I heard of him.
Lade
Haven't
is
really.
fire.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
who else? I kind of like just got tapped in with some of these artists. Lade's fire. He's new.
I heard you fucking with the UK stuff too though.
Oh, I like
That shit.
Picasso, but I'm actually met him in person like a year ago
Yeah, you was with Max. I
with
remember.
Max. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Perk's tough. Perk's tough. But
Um,
yeah, literally me too. Just what you were saying the other day. But I've been tapping heavy into the UK because
Yeah, Femi's fire.
Jimmy's hard, YT's hard,
Yeah.
Clancy's been hard, but like
Like
that's
I
he's
think
been
UK
there.
is better than Atlanta right now.
I would say so too. Not gonna lie.
Like
UK is
fake
tough.
Mink,
Like,
fake Mink actually has a lot of potential to blow up. Like blow up.
mhm. I saw his name bubbling for a minute before I tapped in, but like all of them are talented. Like it's not gimmick shit. Like
Right. Like they're just way better than the like I feel like the Atlanta people are literally just trying to be like Young Thug or like Cardi or Lone or Ken.
you see Saint, you saw his cover, literally just basically what Nine Vicious is doing. Like they're just all recycling.
Wait, let me
It's
see.
weird. I saw it like a week ago or so. Like it was his album's coming soon, but it was basically some Young
He-
Thug barter shit. I'm pretty
He
sure.
posted it on Twitter.
Either he posted it or others. I just saw it all over Twitter. It was like a barter cover, some Young Thug shit. But it's like, damn, like we just gonna keep doing the same shit. It's crazy. Let me try.
He
to look for
deleted
on
it.
Twitter.
He deleted it.
Yep, he might have. Yep, yeah. See,
Damn.
like, they all doing the same thing. It's crazy.
Because they
bro.
probably knew.
They were frying him. Like everyone's frying him. Like they're already frying Nine, and then he does the same thing. I'm like, bro, come on. Y'all gotta.
I mean,
gotta
isn't
switch it up.
1300 Saint signed to Young Thug?
I mean, yeah, but like at some point, it's like you gotta switch something up. Like even Nine. Like apparently, you saw Nine said he's not technically signed, but like he's affiliated or whatever.
Well, so he's YSL, but I think what he meant was he's not signed to like you know how Sofago is signed to or not signed to a label, but he's Cactus Jack.
Mhm.
So it's like that where he's affiliated, but he doesn't have like the backing of a record label.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense because they didn't really. They would have been like posting him and all that shit.
Right?
They
No,
haven't-
he's for sure YSL.
Yeah, it's just I just find it strange. It's like it's cool. Like it's for Nine, I was like, it's kind of weird, but whatever. Like I remember when Tana was doing it, and then like you got dudes beefing over who's paying homage and who's real slime. It's like, bro, just come on, bro. It's too much.
It's bad. Yeah, it's bad.
It's really
That's
bad.
why
Like, Tana,
That's why Yeet blew up because he brought some like new shit.
exactly. That shit was just fresh, like straight organic, like off the rip. That shit just blew my mind at the time too. It's like I don't think we're ever gonna see some shit like that. Like everything just watered down now. Like shit is just it's not it.
But see, that's what I was saying on all these arguments. I was like, these underground rappers are not touching streamers right now because shit is just so like repetitive.
And everyone's like stuck in their little bubble. Like there's so much like the niches are so small now, and it's like the conversation you were just having with Buddy, like his niche, like he really was thinking like, yo, Xavier's like out here stamping people like Max. I'm like, yo, we gotta lock in. Like shit is nuts.
Yeah. That was no, but he knows now.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what really threw me off at first. But that's really all I wanted to talk about and shit. I just joined the court. This fire though, you could just pop up in here and shit. That's dope.
Yeah. Every Monday, what else I got? I'm trying to figure out tomorrow. Yeah, whatever. Just every Monday I'm like hopping in the Discord and doing this shit. Although Wednesday I was gonna do like a signed or dropped thing where like people can drop their music videos and I'll say if I'd sign them or not. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I feel like that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. I fuck with that. That's actually mad. That's mad unique. Nobody's really doing some shit.
I feel like Max is already doing it all, so I was like, fuck, I gotta figure out something.
Yeah, that's a nice I fuck with that.
Right?
That's
Like, yeah.
hard. That's hard. And it gives we're gonna get hella new people, new sounds and shit. It's gonna be original. So that's fire. I
Exactly.
fuck with it. But I'll pop up inside here and
All right, cool.
chat it up whenever. But yeah, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you letting me on.
Yep. Appreciate you too.
All right, bro. Peace.
Peace. All right. Now my girl keeps calling me. I gotta go, y'all. But swordplay. We are not enemies, I assure you. I hope that you know that I get what you're saying, and I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I think that we're just talking past each other with like very harsh statements that, of course, not everything is universal when you say something. So there's always going to be exceptions. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right. I'm like, streamers are bigger just because a lot of the music isn't as good.